disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
16 seconds on the shot clock. 16.
On defense, New York. Out to the right wing. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. That doesn't go in either for Sessions. George dishes to Gallinari. Back to George. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a look here at the Wizards, how they ranked in the NBA last season. First in opponent points per game. Second in opponent field goal percentage. They were in the top 10 in team blocks. Not elite level, but pretty good nonetheless.
And when you factor in the few points allowed, #1 in the league, in fact, in that category, that just shows how good this team is, because when you get after it defensively on a nightly basis, you're going to put together consistent winning streaks, and that's what this club did.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass, and dunks it down.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Now here's Porter. He kicks to Seraphin. Goes up the baseline. No good off the back of the rim.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Well, three-pointer is right on target. Mr. Fundamentals got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's his. First 3 of the half, there may be more in store.
Humphries kicks to Sessions. The dish to Seraphin. Fades. It's rebounded by New York.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Here's Clutch. And the Knicks get another bucket right there.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Now here's Sessions. He's got 5. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. The problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at them and analyze them, they were really an average team.
Well, even with the weakness of the Eastern Conference last year, the Knicks unable to get into the postseason. It was a subpar year across the board. They're looking to bounce back now.
Smith checked in for New York. And then for Washington, Nene, he's checked in for Humphries. Pierce comes in for Butler. And Pierce subbed in for Otto Porter Jr.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Soft touch of the glass. Mr. Fundamentals got 9 points here in the second half.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Knicks out front, just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
On tap next Monday, November 10th, Al Horford and the Atlanta Hawks go up against the New York Knicks. Don't miss it.
New York shooting the ball with incredible accuracy, 68% so far. We've got Clutch. Gallinari is out there with Davis, and it's Smith, and it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Sessions. Pierce, wide open, he fires. That ball, great assist by Ramon Sessions.
Ramon Sessions.
Smith with it.
You know, it's happened recently and certainly in the past, too. NBA players that have retired going overseas for a few years. Kobe has mentioned being interested in doing that at some point himself. Seems like it could be a trend going forward.
Here's Temple, covered by Smith. And Temple kicks to Pierce. Off the screen. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. No one here, Smith, as he lets it go. And the Knicks good for 2.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Gortat has come in for Nene. And it's Bynum in for Pierce. Now here's Bynum. Out to the wing. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. And another miss by Washington. Smith right side. Second shot opportunity. And Davis can't get it to go. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Temple. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense. You can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly. Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
And that one's good by Gortat.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. There's a screen. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Clutch. Bynum with the steal. Here's Temple. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint and getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
Porter's checked in for Washington. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Davis. Good on the baseline, James. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
They get it back. Bynum kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Another shot, and he hits the jump shot.
He typically may not contribute a lot, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to.
The Knicks have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Smith the pass to Clutch.
You look at NBA defenses now, more and more they're designed to deny points in the paint and three-pointers and concede long twos. That's the impact of analytics because the numbers indicate the long two is the lowest percentage shot to take.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals to the paint. You know, it seems players are starting to avoid those long twos early in the shot clock.
Yeah, and especially the elite scorers, you know, becoming much more conscious about their shot selection. Last season, the top 5 scorers were more efficient than at any time since the ABA-NBA merger almost 4 decades ago.
For the past few seasons, the Wizards have been making trades almost every season, but they stuck with their roster last year, and Clark, it paid off.
It sure did, Kevin. You could see how they continued to grow into a really tight-knit, cohesive group over the season, and that always makes a difference.
Davis with the double team. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
Davis sets a screen. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Davis. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And some stability for this franchise, which we've seen some ups and downs over the past few years. Nice to have a foundation for the Wizards to build off of.
Blocked. They retain possession, and that one's good. 12 points for Marcin Gortat.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Davis. Smith on the wing. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Kicks it to Davis. And he dumps it after the pick frees him up. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Bynum dishes to Gortat. Missed inside.
And if you look at how Washington has set themselves up, the Wizards should be in a good place for a long time. I mean, they only have to make some minor adjustments to the roster. Have the major pieces in place, particularly that backcourt. John Wall, Bradley Beal, that's a keeper of a backcourt for a long time.
Rasul Butler's checked in for Garrett Temple. Good on the shot. 14 points for Marcin Gortat.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack. Just